Tony Stewart telling Kurt Busch to deal with it. Meisters, get your arm down. We're trying to watch. Welcome to the Sprint post-race show. Some people angry, but Kevin Harvick, who was 7th on the restart.
Your conversation between yourself and Tony Stewart, what took place?
We'll get to that in a minute. I mean, for us, this was a solid run with our Furniture Row car. We were there. We were top 5 all night. Some guys cycled ahead of us. Some guys, we were able to get back by on long runs. So all in all, a great night for us to be in the top 5, have restarts up front, and lead some laps. And then you could just tell. I mean, green, white, checker, everybody's going to put on tires. Some guys are going to do 2. Some guys stayed out. And it's just a free-for-all. I mean, there's rubber buildup in the outside groove. There's cars sliding up with old tires. So I don't know what the 14 was upset about. I got hit from behind. I got hit every which way. So did he. Kenseth moved us up out of the way at the end, so that's why I was upset with him. But hey, everybody's free-for-all. We got a top 10, but the biggest thing here is 10 laps ago, this car didn't have a scratch on it. Now it's destroyed.
When you look at this race today, what are you going to take away as you continue to build with this entire operation?
Just being able to work together through sequences of the race. And today, we didn't quite have the best handling car, but we worked with it in the top 5, and we hoped that the race would come to us. Today, it just didn't pan out. But today was a great day to be in the top 5, posted a top 10. And, we got to go for wins. That's where we're going to be able to make the chase and be in the top 20 in points.
Kurt Busch, 9th here in Richmond. Steve?
Matt, thanks very much with Juan Pablo Montoya. And Juan, it just looked like, I guess all you can do is laugh. It looked like it was your race to win.
Yeah, we had we made the right call when we pit in, when we stayed out and everything. But, we got that caution at the end, and it was no-brainer to take tires. And I think what hurt us is we restarted on the outside. And when you restart on the outside and people got really bad tires, everything packs up. And you can't, when you're on the outside, you can't really, where are you going to jump? When you're in the inside, you can just jump to the guy. And what Harvick did. And when Harvick went by, I tried to get to the bottom, and then the 22 was there, and I said, we just got to get a finish. Remember before this, we had 6 really bad weeks. So I thought everybody in the Penn Chevy this week did an amazing job, and I'm just really proud of the guys.
When the caution flag came out, what were you thinking?
Really? Really?
Thank you, Juan.
Well, we know Shakira was rooting for you no matter what. Juan Pablo Montoya, it's up right there. Only 4 laps led the entire season for Kevin Harvick, but he's in victory lane. We'll have more on the Sprint post-race show. We're live in Richmond, Virginia. From nowhere to victory lane, and his celebration continues as Michael Waltrip, Chris Myers, welcome you back to look at the unofficial results that have come in. And Clint Bowyer, another strong short track finish for Michael Waltrip Racing.
What about Joey Logano? Fought his way to a 3rd place finish. Good solid run for him. Love to see what Carl Edwards and Eric Almirola did. Good solid finishes for those teams.
Matt Kenseth led the most laps, 140. He's your lap leader for the entire season so far, but no victory. Jeff Gordon finishes at 11th. And at 18, I do want to mention that Tony Stewart, we were attempting to get a comment from him. He hustled away on his golf cart before he would do an interview tonight.
Bobby Labonte and David Reagan, both top 20 finishes for those teams. Those are great results for those smaller teams. Casey Kane had some trouble all night long. David Rudman, another small team that chases his way to a 22nd place finish.
And Kyle Busch had that string of 4 straight wins here in the spring race and led for a while in this race, led for 40 laps, but had problems.
Remember Jamie McMurray, the risk of staying out on those older tires, started 2nd, finished 26th. 2 laps he went from 2nd to 26th.
And you saw Brian Vickers in the 11 car for Denny Hamlin. But for Clint Bowyer, Mr. Short Track hanging in there, finishing 2nd behind that man, Kevin Harvick. Steve Burns caught up with Clint Bowyer.
Clint Bowyer, tell us about your night tonight.
Yeah, it was good early. We were just too tight on the throttle. It just wouldn't rotate quite good enough. But we had a great car. It was a good night. It was a lucky finish. I was lucky that I was on the bottom. I just kind of followed suit. I knew for those cars on old tires right there, all hell was going to break loose, and I was right. It did. It did break loose. I was lucky enough to be on the bottom, like I said. The 51 dove low, and I knew, I was like, oh, there's 3 wide already. And then Harvick got down there, and they all washed up. But 2nd place is good. Obviously, a little bit frustrated. We were really, really solid all weekend long, and I thought we had a shot at it going in. But first laps on the racetrack, I was like, uh-oh. we're not turning good enough, and eventually, everybody got their cars a little bit better, was able to, surpass us a little bit, but hey, I'll take second in it. Good job.
And went from there to the podium behind the winner, Kevin Harvick. 113 laps led for Clint Bowyer, and Michael talked about Joey Logano. Again, that appeal comes up on Wednesday for Penske Racing, and Joey part of that with Brad Keselowski. And checking the points through 9 races, Michael, so this is a quarter of the season, 17 races until the chase, and Jimmy Johnson actually widens his points lead a little bit.
Yeah, Bowyer up into the top 5, and Brad Keselowski, who's in 6th, will be really curious about the outcome of that appeal, whether he can stay in the top 10 in points or not.
Daniel McMurray had a shot at victory late tonight with the 12th spot. You see Kenseth, again, those points deducted. That 50 took him out of playoff chase contention. Remember, he loses the pole and the bonus points for that second win at Kansas until that appeal is heard. NASCAR on Fox continues on the Sprint Post-Race Show from Richmond, Virginia. Some final thoughts from your winner, Kevin Harvick, and our guys in just a moment. Sprint Post-Race Show, and thanks for staying up late with us. And NASCAR on Fox, Saturday night primetime racing. It was very unusual, the course of events throughout the evening. It looked like Montoya was going to win it. Harvick closes after earlier when Matt Kenseth dominated. Coming up next on Fox, late local news for most, and then it's Ben and Kate, Fox Late Nights. And next Saturday, Major League Baseball on Fox. Enjoy among the games the Nationals and the Pirates, Cardinals, Brewers, Derek Manning's Orioles against the Angels. He directs our, they're really Buck Showalter's Orioles, but he directs our pre-race show, a big Oriole fan. And then next Sunday at noon Eastern, the 1-hour pre-race show. Grab onto your restrictor plate, Michael Waltrip, because it's Talladega. Brad Keselowski took the lead from Kenseth, the 2 to go last year. Remember that great move? And ended up getting the victory last year.
You never know what's going to happen at Talladega. Heck, last fall I was trying to pass the lead on the last lap when we got together with Tony Stewart. Big crash, but that's what you get at Talladega. You position yourself. You think tonight was crazy, which it was? Wait till you tune in next Sunday afternoon and watch us run nearly 200 miles an hour in a pack of 30 or 40 cars.
And Kevin Harvick does have a win at Talladega. Remember that happened in 2010, so he'll be going back to a place where he can have success. Victory Lane over on Speed has more covering from Richmond here tonight. So Kevin Harvick with his first victory of the year. Still you have Jimmy Johnson, Matt Kenseth, and Kyle Busch, who have 2 wins after 9 races. The quarter mark of the season will move toward that second quarter next Sunday at Talladega once again, noon Eastern. We hope you join us then. For Michael Waltrip, Darrell, Larry, Mike, Steve, Krista, Jeff, and Matt, I'm Chris Myers. Thanks for watching NASCAR on Fox.
Maybe you know who we are, but do you know who we really are?
We're ladies.
And not so gentlemen. We're part athlete,
Part astronaut. We're outlaws turned heroes.
We're the loudest party on earth.
we're fire, we're smoke. We live at the corner of Mayhem and Maine, where anything can happen. Usually does.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.